Hi, I'm Joseph Patrick, co-founder of Lamont Brothers, and today we're going to answer the question, how much value does doing a remodel add to the value of my home? And this is a question that a lot of our clients have. People are looking at this from the perspective of, should I remodel or should I move? How much is it really going to cost me to do this remodel? And should I remodel now if I plan to sell next year or the year after? And a lot of these questions boil down to, how much value am I really adding to my home by doing this remodel? We're going to look at this from a statistical perspective. Then I'm going to show you a case study of what we've seen here in the Portland area. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through how to do some of these calculations to help you calculate the true cost of doing a remodel for your home. So here's a case study for a basement remodel here in Portland, Oregon. This basement was partially excavated but unfinished, so we had to excavate half of the basement, pour new foundation walls and new footings, and then finish the entire space. And so this was a fairly expensive basement remodel, and this was a couple of years ago. So the total cost on the project was about $210,000, including that excavation work. Now, when we started the project, the home was appraised for about $616,000. At the end of the project, the projected appraisal, because this was a construction loan, the projected appraisal was $782,000. The recouped cost here for the client was $166,000, or in other words, he recouped about 80% of that money that he put into the home, which means the real cost to him for this remodel was about $45,000. That's what it cost to him immediately to get this value of having a lot more square footage, a living room, a family room, an additional bathroom, a better laundry room. All of these things cost him $42,000 at that point. And then, if we are aware of what's happening in the Portland real estate market, real estate values are going to continue to climb. And so if he's there at the home long enough, which shouldn't be that long, then he's going to recoup that value just because of the real estate price is going to increase. So how can you do some of these calculations yourself to plan appropriately for a remodel, to understand what's that true cost of the remodel and how much value is it going to add to your home? There's a couple different ways to do this. Let's look at a really simple addition. This is a simple addition, no bedroom, no bathroom. So really that number we can look at is that added square footage and what's the average cost of square footage for homes in that area. This home was worth about $410,000. The starting square footage was about 1641. We added some square footage, and the final square footage for the home was 2,049 square feet. If you divide that 410 by 1641, the cost per square foot on that home was about $249. According to Zillow, homes in that area, the cost per square footage was about $234. So I'm going to take the lower of those numbers, multiply them by the added square footage, and come up with a projected value for the home, which in this case is $479,000. So how much is the remodel going to cost so that I can figure out what's the actual cost to me, the true cost of the remodel? Well, the remodel is going to cost $86,000. And so if I look at the 479 and I subtract the 410, then I've got a increased value of my home of $69,000, or a recouped value of about 80%. So the true cost of the remodel is about $20,000. So that's how much they're spending to get the value of having this addition until their home's value catches up with the value they've invested into their home. So from a data perspective, let's look at Remodeling Magazine's Cost versus Value report. This is a report they put out every single year to answer this question. How much value am I going to add to my home, and how much value am I going to recoup when I do a remodel in my home? So they look at three numbers. They look at what's the remodel going to cost. They look at how much value does a realtor say that adds to my home, and what's the percentage recouped. So that percentage number could be greater than 100, I immediately make money on this, or it could be less. my remodel costs a little bit more than the value it actually adds to my home. So what are some general rules as I've looked at this data over the years? One, the lowest cost remodels always add the greatest percentage recouped. So replacing your front door, replacing your garage door, replacing your siding, those types of things almost always are right at or above 100% cost recouped. So even though some of the smaller remodels end up adding more value on paper, what you end up doing is with a lot of the larger remodels, you're adding intangible value. For instance, if you have a small galley kitchen that has a wall to the living room, many more people like an open concept kitchen with an island that's open to the rest of the floor plan as opposed to a small galley kitchen. But it's much cheaper just to resurface and rework the existing layout as opposed to the expensive work of removing that wall, opening it up. But that home might sit on the market a lot longer, you've got holding costs, and then you've got fewer people that are gonna buy that. You've got people that are a little more insightful when they're looking for homes, and they imagine themselves living in it, and they anticipate problems with kitchen layout and stuff like that. Then you've got people that are just looking at those finishes. And so you're really limiting the amount of people that would want to buy the home if you don't do some of those structural improvements that really improve the layout and flow of your home. Thanks for watching. I'd encourage you to like this video, subscribe to our channel here, and check out more information both on our YouTube channel and on our website as far as resources that'll help you in considering a remodel and planning your next remodel.